Removing a 3-foot diameter lighting fixture to gain access to equipment located above it can be a code issue. According to the National Electrical Code, lighting fixtures must be securely mounted and supported. Removing a fixture compromises its mounting and support, which can create a safety hazard. NEC Section 410.16 states that lighting fixtures shall be securely supported and shall not be supported by the conductors. Furthermore, NEC Section 410.24b specifies that lighting fixtures shall be securely supported by independent means. There are several safety concerns associated with removing a lighting fixture. Firstly, if the fixture is not securely remounted, it could fall and cause injury to personnel or damage to equipment. Secondly, the removal of the fixture may expose live electrical wires, creating an electrical hazard. Thirdly, the absence of lighting in the area could create a tripping hazard or hinder visibility for maintenance personnel. Instead of removing the fixture, consider alternative solutions. One option is to use a ladder or scaffolding to reach the equipment above the fixture. Another option is to install a panel or a removable cover around the fixture that allows access to the equipment without removing the fixture. A third option is to install a smaller lighting fixture that does not obstruct access to the equipment. Discuss the code requirements and safety concerns with the general contractor. Suggest alternative solutions that comply with code and ensure safety. If the general contractor insists on removing the fixture, obtain written authorization and document the reasons for the exception. It is crucial to prioritize safety and code compliance when dealing with electrical fixtures and equipment. Proper mounting and support of lighting fixtures are essential to prevent accidents and ensure the safety of personnel and equipment. Always consult the NEC and local electrical codes for specific requirements and guidelines. If there is any doubt, consult with a qualified electrician to ensure compliance and safety. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and it is always best to err on the side of caution. Removing a lighting fixture might seem like a simple solution, but it can have serious consequences if not done properly. Take the time to explore alternative solutions and ensure that all work is done in accordance with applicable codes and regulations. The NEC provides comprehensive guidance on the installation and maintenance of electrical equipment, including lighting fixtures. Familiarize yourself with the relevant sections of the code and adhere to the requirements to ensure a safe and compliant installation. In addition to the NEC, local electrical codes may have additional requirements or restrictions. Be sure to check with your local authorities to determine the applicable codes and regulations in your area. Working with electricity can be hazardous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to prevent accidents. Always energize circuits before working on them and use appropriate personal protective equipment such as gloves and safety glasses. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to do the work. A qualified electrician has the knowledge, skills, and experience to safely and effectively perform electrical work. They can also ensure that the work is done in accordance with applicable codes and regulations. When selecting an electrician, be sure to check their credentials and references. A reputable electrician will be licensed and insured, and they will have a proven track record of providing quality workmanship. Don't be afraid to ask questions and get multiple bids before hiring an electrician. It is important to choose an electrician that you trust and that you are comfortable working with. Once you have found a qualified electrician, work with them to develop a plan that meets your needs and budget. Be sure to discuss all aspects of the project, including the scope of work, the timeline, and the cost. It is also important to obtain a written contract that outlines the terms of the agreement. A written contract will help to protect both you and the electrician in case of any disputes. Throughout the project, stay in communication with the electrician and address any concerns or questions that you may have. By working together, you can ensure that the project is completed successfully and to your satisfaction. Remember, electrical safety is paramount. Always prioritize safety and code compliance when working with electrical equipment. If you are not sure about something, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician. Taking the necessary precautions can help to prevent accidents and ensure the safety of everyone involved. The NEC is a living document that is updated regularly to reflect changes in technology and best practices. It is important to stay up to date on the latest version of the NEC and to understand how it applies to your work. There are many resources available to help you learn about the NEC, including books, articles, websites, and training courses. You can also contact your local electrical inspector for guidance. By investing in your knowledge and skills, you can become a more competent and confident electrical worker. You can also help to improve the safety of electrical installations in your community. The removal of a 3-foot diameter lighting fixture to gain access to equipment located above it raises several concerns related to code compliance and safety. The NEC provides specific requirements for the secure mounting and support of lighting fixtures, and removing a fixture can compromise its structural integrity and create potential hazards. Specifically, NEC Section 410.16 mandates that lighting fixtures must be securely supported and not rely on conductors for support. This provision aims to prevent fixtures from falling or causing electrical hazards due to inadequate support. Additionally, NEC Section 410.24b emphasizes that lighting fixtures should be supported by independent means, ensuring that the support system is reliable and not dependent on other components. Removing a fixture without proper consideration can violate these requirements, leading to code violations and potential safety risks. The safety concerns associated with removing a lighting fixture are multifaceted. Firstly, if the fixture is not securely remounted after access is gained, it could fall and cause injury to personnel or damage to equipment. The weight and size of a 3-foot diameter fixture can pose a significant risk if it is not properly supported. Secondly, the removal process may expose live electrical wires, creating an electrical hazard. Contact with live wires can result in electric shock, burns, or even death. It is crucial to de-energize the circuit before removing any electrical fixture to prevent such accidents. Thirdly, the absence of lighting in the area after the fixture is removed can create a tripping hazard or hinder visibility for maintenance personnel. Adequate lighting is essential for safe navigation and task performance, and removing a fixture can compromise these conditions. To address the issue of accessing equipment above the lighting fixture while maintaining code compliance and safety, several alternative solutions can be considered. Firstly, using a ladder or scaffolding to reach the equipment above the fixture can provide a safe and temporary access solution without requiring the removal of the fixture. This approach allows maintenance personnel to perform their tasks while minimizing the risk of electrical hazards or structural instability. Secondly, installing a panel or removable cover around a fixture can provide access to the equipment without removing the entire fixture. This solution involves creating a designated access point that allows maintenance personnel to reach the equipment while keeping the fixture securely mounted and energized. The panel or cover should be designed to be easily removable and reinstalled, ensuring convenient access for future maintenance needs. Thirdly, installing a smaller lighting fixture that does not obstruct access to the equipment can be a long-term solution that addresses both the access issue and the code compliance requirements. By replacing the large fixture with a smaller one, the equipment above can be easily accessed without compromising the lighting in the area. This approach ensures that the lighting fixture remains securely mounted and energized, while also providing adequate illumination for safe navigation and task performance. When discussing the issue with the general contractor, it is important to clearly explain the code requirements and safety concerns associated with removing the lighting fixture. Emphasize the potential risks of unsecured fixtures, exposed wires, and inadequate lighting, and highlight the importance of complying with the NEC and local electrical codes. Suggest the alternative solutions outlined above, and explain how they can provide safe and compliant access to the equipment above the fixture. If the general contractor insists on removing the fixture despite the code requirements and safety concerns, it is crucial to obtain written authorization and document the reasons for the exception. This documentation can serve as evidence that the decision to remove the fixture was made against professional advice and that the potential risks were acknowledged. In such cases, It is also advisable to consult with a qualified electrical engineer or inspector to ensure that the removal process is carried out safely and in accordance with applicable codes. In summary, removing a 3-foot diameter lighting fixture to gain access to equipment above it can raise code compliance and safety concerns. The NEC requires lighting fixtures to be securely mounted and supported, and removing a fixture can compromise its structural integrity and create potential hazards. Alternative solutions such as using a ladder or scaffolding, installing a panel or removable cover, or installing a smaller lighting fixture can provide safe and compliant access to the equipment. It is important to discuss the issue with the general contractor, explain the code requirements and safety concerns, and obtain written authorization if the fixture is removed despite the risks. By prioritizing code compliance and safety, you can ensure that electrical installations are safe and reliable for all personnel. Always consult with qualified professionals and adhere to applicable codes and regulations to minimize the risk of accidents and ensure the long-term performance of electrical systems.